Big breaking news coming in, and this is in reference to the Pahalgam terror attack. A high-level security meet is taking place at the Prime Minister's residence. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh, NSA, Doval and Jaishankar are in attendance. This is the key meet ahead of Cabinet Committee on Security, that is the CCS meet, which is scheduled for tomorrow. And for those who are just joining us, high-level meeting in process at the Prime Minister's residence, and this is in regard to the Pahalgam terror attack. And in attendance are Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh, NSA Ajit Doval, and as well as Jaishankar, who is joining us. It's a key meet ahead of Cabinet Committee on Security meet, and joining me to speak about the importance of such a high-level meeting on security is my colleague Aditya Rajkol, who's joining us on the phone line. Aditya, thank you so much. Tell us, what is the import of such a important meeting which is being held at the PM's residence, Aditya?
Well, a very critical meeting taking place right now, chaired by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself. You can see the photograph that has been released by the Prime Minister's office. NSA Ajit Doval, Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh, the Chief of Defence Staff, General Anil, Chauhan, and the three service chiefs, including the Army Chief, General Upendra Dwivedi, who are sitting there contemplating the next action of the Government of India. We've been talking about over the last 6 days, Sudha, about the various options that the Government of India has. A very limited strike, military kinetic operation against Pakistan. That's what we are being, told. And various operations have been discussed, various options have been discussed. An entire plan has been elaborated, and various levels of the Defence Ministry and the NSA and the National Security Council, this has been discussed internally. So those plans are being discussed with the Prime Minister, and at an appropriate time, action will be taken. That's what we are learning from the government at this stage. Of course, the priority for the government right now is to neutralize every single terrorist in Jammu and Kashmir, and that's why massive operations have been launched, particularly in the south of Kashmir in Anantnag. There's a certain operation also underway at an undisclosed location, but this crucial meeting right now happening at the Prime Minister's residence at 7 LKM comes just hours before the critical Cabinet Committee on Security meeting that will happen tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. So a lot of hectic activities that are taking place right now in New Delhi, and of course Prime Minister Narendra Modi is chairing the meeting right now with the critical voices from the government, critical leaders from the government, and this high table in fact has the entire gamut of the national security leadership and the national security apparatus of the country together. Today also the DG ISPR of Pakistan holding a press conference at around 6:30 p.m. We do not know what the contents of the press conference really would be. Of course, diplomatic measures have been, applied to Pakistan, including military attaches being removed, Indus Water Treaty put into abeyance, and also now several accounts on YouTube and Twitter, on X, have been removed or banned. So the no tolerance approach and whole of government approach by the Government of India right now. But even as we speak right now, Sudha, this critical moment, a critical meeting is underway, led by the Prime Minister with the entire top brass of the national security apparatus of India.
Aditya, absolutely right, because if there was Raksha Mantri and even NSA, I mean, important people, Jaishankar, but then the presence of the tri-services chiefs at the meeting, like you said, gives it that kind of layer of importance ahead of the impending CCS meeting. Tell me something, Aditya, for the audiences of News 9, for the viewers of News 9. Look at it, all plugs, everything's been shut down, lid put on everything. Prime Minister Modi seems to be very focused and singularly focused to see that this time enough is enough, and there has to be some kind of an action which pushes the perpetrators back. Aditya Rajkol.
Well, yes, certainly. At this moment, plans are being developed. Jaishankar is not in this particular meeting, but he will be there tomorrow when the Cabinet Committee on Security meeting takes place. This is pure play national security meeting, and that's why the NSA and the Defence Minister just sitting side by side with the Prime Minister, and then of course the three service chiefs led by the Chief of the Defence Staff, General Anil Chauhan. So a lot of options within the government of how to do it, when to do it. But a government would be contemplating a lot of other things as well, including the international response to whatever they do. Of course, in the past, the government has escalated to the level of the Balakot airstrike in 2019, when the Pulwama terror attack had taken place. And it's likely the overall narrative from the government and otherwise seems to be that whatever happens, even if a limited strike, it has to be above Balakot but below the threshold level. So, and also India does not want a war. India does not want lives to be lost. But certainly India is not prepared to tolerate terrorism. India is not prepared to succumb to the pressures of the jihadist mindset from Pakistan, and that's why it is taking the international community into confidence, especially partners like US, France, Italy, Israel, and Russia, and apart from that, also the Muslim world, particularly Saudi Arabia and UAE, and telling them what are the consequences of the Pakistan-sponsored terrorism. And Prime Minister had several times given warning to Pakistan that if you cross the red line, then certainly there will be a tough response. And while speaking in Bihar also and during the Mann Ki Baat, he has assured the public and particularly the victims of the terror attack in Pahalgam that strong action would be taken.